Tonight, we're celebrating people doing extraordinary things to coincide with America's 250th birthday. A Navy ship, the USS Lucid, was abandoned, but now one man, alongside a team of veterans and volunteers, is bringing it back to life. As ABC 10's Alex Bell explains, this effort is personal.
Step aboard the USS Lucid, and you're stepping into a ship that nearly disappeared forever.
This level here is the lowest, but as we go up, they get higher. This is the captain's cabin. Rank has its privileges. And one thing we have around the ship is we have before pictures. That explains why we've been working on here for 14 years.
What was once a stripped, abandoned ship is slowly being rebuilt room by room, using original blueprints discovered in Stockton.
This is exactly what it would have looked like when it was in Navy service.
For David, that level of detail has taken more than a decade and a small army of volunteers.
When we started, there was a lot of damage to the ship because the ship was more or less abandoned for 25 years out in the Delta. It was just being stripped of all the metal parts off of it. They had a hot tub in it. It was a real mess.
The USS Lucid was one of more than 100 non-magnetic minesweepers built in the early 1950s, a class designed for one of the Navy's most dangerous missions.
101 of these were built all concurrently in the early 1950s in an emergency shipbuilding program. This is the last one left in the United States.
Today, much of that restoration is made possible by veterans. David said the ship was used in Vietnam to stop weapons smuggling. Today, veterans, many who served on ships like it, are volunteering to bring the USS Lucid back to life.
When I got out of the Navy, I didn't want to see any gray ships. I want to have painting any gray. I've been here 15 years.
It's a cool way to preserve history. All these guys are still with us.
Now their network is growing and getting support from Congress.
I jumped at the opportunity to have any chance to help. This really represents the best of what Stockton is. There are so many veterans who remember what it was like when Stockton was one of the world shipbuilding capitals back in the World War II era.
A Sacramento San Joaquin Delta Conservancy grant is helping move the project toward full site development.
So this was Morse code, and they used a teletype machine to transmit messages.
One day, David hopes to move the ship to downtown Stockton's historic waterfront. They're currently working with the city on a future public museum and educational space.
I mean, in a perfect world, we could be down there in 3 or 4 years, open to the public. We hope to have all those 3 projects done by summer of 27. They could see the sacrifice our service members make. They lived in tight quarters. They were working 24/7.
The USS Lucid is still a work in progress, but for David, the veterans helping him, and the volunteers, it's already something more. A floating classroom, a living museum, and a 14-year labor of love still underway.
And we're told the group's vision for a future museum and education center includes exhibits and workshops. We have more information about the project on our website, abc10.com.